2020, it wasn't obvious because again, other parts of the business outperformed, right? But you have, for example, our tuna export business. No? A big chunk of that actually services restaurants, institutional clients, offshore. That struggled. We expect that to recover this year. Our coconut business, again, this whole health and wellness trend, right? Doing very well. Again, also demand globally and demand locally. Milk business, we talked a lot about it. I think COVID or not, there's a sort of a growth trajectory there. And then, of course, innovations. So we have a number of things up our sleeves. So hopefully in the next few months, we can talk more about it. But that's all sort of been programmed and accelerated precisely because we knew we're coming, we have a high base compared to 2020. I was actually looking at commodity prices because I was a little bit concerned because in general commodity prices have been going up. But I mean, are there other challenges that you're facing? Because everything looks too perfect at this stage. Like, what are you worried about?
The commodity prices, you don't know. I mean, there are trends that you have to watch out for, and they're generally stable. And we do maintain our cost structure within a range of the cost and are able to manage our pricing. Challenges would be potential disruptions in the supply chain, but in response to that, what we've been able to do as a team is to identify a diversified set of suppliers globally to ensure that if there's one end of the world that is going through some challenges because of the pandemic, then we continue to have similar quality and price products sourced from another part.
What about risks on the upside, aside from, say, food exports that you mentioned and, your new products that look very exciting? I think commodity prices, again, so far, as Greg already alluded to, trends are stable, but that can go both ways, right? And we're lucky that we're a branded company that when commodity prices come down, we don't necessarily have to lower our retail prices as well. So there is some margin expansion when that happens. For my last question, I'd like to ask about your sustainability efforts. Has the pandemic negatively affected that, or has it actually, strengthened the need for sustainability efforts? So the answer there is no, it has not negatively affected, and in fact, I think strengthened. No? I think the way we look at sustainability is at the core of it, what we call profit and purpose alignment. No? And we're lucky that the core of our business addresses a big social need, right? Which is quality food at very affordable prices. No? And in a situation like last year, where people were scrambling for these items, right? The fact that we were able to step up, meet the demand as much as we can. I think for us, what was originally just a job, suddenly it became much, much clearer to us that this is a mission, that this is a social responsibility that we have to our country, to the Filipinos, right? So at its very core, at its basic essence, so that's what sustainability or profit purpose alignment means to us. No? But over and above that, we have a number of other initiatives with regard to our planet. For example, so by middle of this year, 15% of all our electricity requirements will be powered by the sun. No? So we are in the midst of installing a number of solar panels on our General Santos facilities. We continue to be plastic neutral as our milk business grows. Those products are in sachet format, so we're very cognizant of the impact plastic wise to the environment. So we've created a setup where we offset the exact same amount of plastic we put out. We take out also from the environment, essentially allowing us to be plastic neutral. We're now in the middle of providing coconut seedlings to some 16,000 farmers in Mindanao that will allow our coconut business to be carbon neutral naman. So the carbon that we take out, we will offset with the new trees that we're planting. So all of these projects are still ongoing, again, largely because we're lucky enough that last year, rather than having to cut costs or cut capex, like unfortunately many other businesses had to do, we're still sort of business as usual, and that's why we can always be able to fund and continues.
And another piece on the sustainability is on people, the investment of
Yes.
people. And the pandemic has actually, well, driven demand for products and brands. So we've actually invested on employment of more people by way of the expansion of our tuna plant. And let's say the expansion needed to what I mentioned earlier for enhancing capacity for our coconut business as well as on the meat side. So to date we employ as much as about 18,000 people, and so on the people side on the sustainability, our investment there continues to be strong despite the pandemic.
With that, thank you very much, Greg and Giovanna, and
Thank
good
you.
luck to CFDF for 2021.
Thank you.
Thanks, April. The COVID-19 pandemic negatively